Hello traders, welcome back to the channel. This is Vishal and let's start today's weekly sectoral analysis. Now before I go ahead in this educational video, just wanted to share something which I had shared with all of you probably in last 2 to 3 videos, and I was continuously sharing my view on PSU banks that I'm not ready to go long in the PSU banks. As a positional trader, as a swing trader, it was a different story. But as a positional trader, I had clearly shared that if someone was holding long positions in the PSU banks from extreme lower levels, then probably it was a time to trail your stop losses. And if at all your trailing stop losses get hit, then it's probably time to exit those stocks. And you can see that PSU banks have fallen by almost 16%. The PSU banking index is down by almost 16% in a matter of 6 days. Now, what's going to happen ahead in this particular index? I'll share that in this video probably a little bit ahead. But as of now, we'll jump to Nifty and Bank Nifty futures. So coming back to the Nifty and Bank Nifty futures, first, you can see that in terms of the correction, it has been almost 6.11% correction, and it has taken almost 16 trading sessions for this to happen. Especially in the last 3 trading session, you can see the volatility has increased due to the size of the candles. Okay. Now let's have a look at the higher time frame chart, which is the monthly time frame chart. In monthly time frame chart, you can see that the trend is certainly up. Okay. Yes, this particular candle is very, very big and it's trying to probably engulf the previous candle. But this particular candle, the previous month's candle, is a big green candle. It was a small, if it was a small candle, probably like a spinning top or something, then we could have told that yes, we do have a bearish engulfing pattern visible at higher levels. But this is not exactly classical bearish engulfing pattern, but it is looking like one. Okay. Now let's have a look at the weekly time frame charts. In the weekly time frame charts, you can see that the trend is flat currently, and I'll just like to probably enlarge this particular weekly time frame chart. Now this support, this trend line support is holding since March 2020, and it has been tested twice over here. Third time it has not been tested yet. Probably it would get tested if next week we trade somewhere around 17,878 in Nifty futures, then it could be tested. Also, if you check properly, I would just like to highlight this entire zone. Due to this previous highs, this entire zone is a very strong support for Nifty futures. Along with this candlestick clusters, even this trend line support gives a very good support to the Nifty future. All right. And this entire band, I would just share the coordinates with you. The coordinates are 17,877 to 17,615. So probably this entire band of price is a support band for Nifty futures. And the trend as of now in the weekly time frame is flat. In the daily time frame chart, the trend is down because the prices are trading below both of the moving averages. And in case if the Nifty futures try to bounce from here due to the massive support which I just shared with all of you, then immediately what will happen is prices may bounce and they will find resistance at higher levels. And this resistance is due to this particular low, which was earlier a support. Now it has turned into a resistance as price has closed below that particular level. In fact, even this particular level is giving us resistance, and above that there is also a trend line in the daily time frame chart. There is one trend line in the weekly time frame chart and there is one in the daily time frame chart. This daily time frame chart, the trend line is somewhere around 18,145, 150, and this entire band, by the way, from 18,277 to you can say 18,118, this entire band is a resistance. So you should know your levels very, very well. The support band, once again I'm sharing, support band is between 17,878 to 17,615, and the resistance band will be probably at 18,118 to 18,277. So probably it is like currently the market is between support and resistance, and certainly trading at a time when markets are between two supports and resistances which are important, it can be very, very difficult to make money, and it is a very good time to lose money, especially if you are a short-term trader. So if you try to initiate even short-term trades, be very, very careful. Do not deploy extreme high leverage. In fact, I would suggest to reduce your leverage by 50% minimum. So even if you make money, the profits are smaller. If you lose money, the losses are also smaller. So first of all, the most important thing as of now, every trader is thinking, क्या निफ्टी यहाँ से बाउंस करेगा, क्या निफ्टी यहाँ पे बॉटम आउट होगा. आई थिंक मेनी ट्रेडर्स आर थिंकिंग, बट मुझे ऐसा लगता है एज अ ट्रेडर आई फील दैट rather than predicting that Nifty will bottom out over here or not, first we should understand as market participants that first Nifty should start falling, should stop falling. ऑलराइट, यानी कि निफ्टी पहले गिरना तो बंद हो, उसके बाद हम लोग रिकवरी का बात करेंगे. देयर मेक्स नो सेंस जस्ट बिकॉज देयर इज अ सपोर्ट एंड वी प्रिडिक्ट दैट यार मार्केट्स यहाँ से बाउंस बैक करके ऊपर चले जाएंगे, निफ्टी फ्यूचर्स विल गो अप फ्रॉम हियर. फाइन, आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड द सपोर्ट इज वेरी स्ट्रांग, बट लेट द प्राइस डू इट. Who are we to command to price or predict in the market? Let once the price give confirmation, we may be late in initiating the trades, but it's okay. But at least the confirmation may come from the price itself. All right. So the first thing is let the price stop falling, let the volatility will come down. Then we will see when the important levels are taken out. Let's wait patiently. Let's move on to Bank Nifty futures now. Bank Nifty futures, again, I would like to share with you the monthly time frame chart. The monthly time frame chart is in an uptrend, all right. In the weekly time frame chart, also the trend is still up, and this particular candle has increased the volatility in the Bank Nifty futures weekly time frame chart for sure. We are at a support band, and thanks to this previous highs, which are able to provide support to us. And if you have a look at the daily time frame chart, then in the daily time frame chart, there is a trend line breakdown. You can see it has been tested this one time over here. This is the first time. I just mark these points for you. This is the second time, all right, and probably this is the third time. So this is a proper trend line breakdown. Now, in case if the weekly time frame chart support, it starts working, and if we have a bounce back in Bank Nifty futures, then we will find a resistance in Bank Nifty futures at 42,445 to 42,284. And the upper band over here is also a trend line resistance. So be careful. All right. Private banking. Private banking space is slightly better than PSU banks because it did not rally that much and it's not that much overstretched. And it is at a support band once again. And support band is between 21,238 to 20,867. In case if we have a big red candle closing below this support and it sustains probably even the next day, then probably lower levels could be probable. All right. PSU banks. In PSU banks, I guess, as I shared with all of you, my view, even after the 16% correction, it remains the same. Because the level of rally, the type of rally which happened almost from this bottom to this particular high was extremely fast, and this rally was also pretty big. It was not small. So yes, it has corrected 16%, but I don't think it's a time to still buy PSU banks on dips. I think a lot of price correction may be also be pending. A lot of time correction also might be pending. It can happen that the price correction may stop and maybe consolidation, time correction may start. Anything can happen. Probably even this gap can be filled, which is probably lower. You can see the PSU banks are 3,888 and the PSU banking, this gap is somewhere around 3,646 to a lower level of 3,567. But still, I am not in a mood as a trader to probably buy the PSU banks. I would like to wait, and this waiting period could be probably in 2 weeks, not days. Yes, I repeat my sentence. I would be probably waiting for that period to buy the PSU banks. Again, probably it will take few weeks, maybe even 1 or 2 months. but not before than that. I would be very cautious. I would stay outside the PSU banking space right now, and I would wait patiently. Metal pack. Metal pack is one of the strongest packs according to me in terms of state of trend. Currently, the trend in the weekly time frame chart is up. In the daily time frame chart, it's down. And considering the earlier correction, if you just check Nifty futures chart, Nifty futures has been correcting from 1st December onwards. Okay. And if you check metal pack, Nifty future, when it started correcting, metal pack was completely sideways. Only in the last 3 trading sessions from 21st December onwards, the metal pack corrected from 67822 to 6207, probably due to the negativity which came from the COVID news or whatever from China. But yes, it is one of the strongest packs. But when everything comes down, you can understand that there is a support band at 6251 to 6102. Once the support band is penetrated on closing basis, then we will have some lower levels probable. Auto pack. Now auto pack, if you look, probably it was consolidating for many weeks. Okay, and before that, actually let me share with you the monthly time frame chart. In monthly time frame chart, the trend is up. It is coming to a support level. Now if you look at the weekly time frame chart, in weekly time frame chart, it seems that the correction is coming to an end. That is what a trader would feel. But the way it has been correcting, the auto pack, the way it has been correcting, according to me, if this support band is broken, which is somewhere over here, from 12,143 to 11,882, somewhere over here. If this is broken, then one should be very careful, because the correction could be lethal. The word is lethal, so be very careful. Obviously, the positional traders would have exited all of the auto stocks, and be very careful before you start buying on the dips. Because I am not a trader who buys on the dips. I always like, and I prefer trading breakouts and breakdowns. So currently, yes, it is at a support level, but let's wait and watch. Let us first see, is the price ready to respect this particular support band and ready to bounce from here or not, especially during negative news about COVID are coming. Correct? If it starts bouncing, it means the support band is getting respected, and then we'll get a confirmation. It's just like when I shared with all of you that 19,000 is a very strong resistance, probably a few videos back, and from there, when prices started falling, it gave a confirmation that whatever analysis we have in our hands, Nifty futures is respecting it, market is respecting it, and we saw a obvious of more than 1,000 points of correction. So similarly in auto pack, I would say if there is a bounce back which is happening, only then one should think of changing the view of auto pack. Not as of now. Wait very patiently. All right. Now IT pack, as of now, according to me, the trend is down in the daily and the weekly time frame charts for sure. And in the longer term time frame charts, the monthly time frame charts, I think the price is just consolidating. So so the IT pack in the long run is just consolidating, nothing else as of now. And this is a decent support. Just like to share this. This particular support, which is at 28,101 and probably over 28,050. So probably once the IT pack closes below 28,050, 28,040 on a weekly closing basis, I think probably it could test lower levels somewhere around 26,204. The correction could continue, but it may not be one way. It could be like zigzag, one step up, one step down. You can see obviously the type of correction which is going on here. It's a sort of complex correction. It's not a simple correction which goes one way. Infra pack. Infra pack is one of the strongest packs currently. It is also back at this particular support band, which is a support in the daily chart also. In terms of trend, the weekly time frame chart is in an uptrend. The daily time frame chart is in a downtrend. Close below this particular support band, which is between 18,000 to 620 to 18,545, close below this, a big red candle over here somewhere, then probably some follow through. We'll see lower levels coming up. Okay. And once again, When I'm saying that if it closes below this, so do not have extreme bearishness in your minds. Understand one thing first, very, very patiently, that the current flow of selling in the market is very fast. So in case only if this support breaks, then you will have some selling coming in the markets. In case if the support holds on and if it turns back, then again you might also see some opportunities on the long side as a swing trader. So keep that thing in your mind. Be open to both the points. As a trader, you cannot say I'll just only be bearish or bullish. You can be bullish or bearish when there is a trend, but when there is a point in the market where you're not able to understand where it's going to move, let the price move first. Let it give you a clear direction. Then you go and say that, okay, now I'm establishing a view which is bullish, and only now I'll be buying with a particular stop loss. You need to be very, very careful about that. Because if you have a biasness of just negative or positive, and if the market moves other way around, you will not be able to take timely decision. Pharma pack. In pharma pack, as I always say, I will just be concentrating on Sun Pharma and Cipla. So Sun Pharma, I think it is continuing to consolidate, looks pretty strong. Let's have a look at the monthly time frame chart. Looks fine. Weekly time frame chart is clearly giving a consolidation sign, and the support band remains the same from 992 to 964. Let's have a look at Cipla. Cipla is also consolidating, and in fact, it will consolidate more than Sun Pharma. In case if they are going to rally post consolidation, then Sun Pharma is the stock which might start rallying before then Cipla, but it will take few weeks. It's not going to happen in days. So the support band is from 10812 to 1068. Real estate pack. Now, real estate pack, if you check properly, then it was one of the strongest sectors. But unfortunately, it has seen some really bad crashing. The trend is down in the weekly time frame charts. The trend is down in the daily charts also. RSI is oversold. Prices are pretty away from the moving averages. Support band is near. So in case if there is a pullback in overall markets, you could probably fancy your chances if you're a pullback trader. I'm not a pullback trader, but in case if you are a pullback trader or something like that, you might see maybe 1 or 2 days small pullback coming up in the real estate pack. All right. But if it closes below the support zone, hell will break loose on real estate pack. FMCG pack. Now, FMCG pack, I think as a trader, rather than concentrating on the index itself, I would like to concentrate on stocks. Why? I'll give you the answer. First, let's have a look at ITC. ITC as a stock, I think it is correcting. The reason for that it has rallied a lot. It was overstretched on the upside and it needs to correct. So first thing is it has tested the first important support, which is at 325. Now, in case if we close below the support band of 325 to 323, the support band, you can see over here, this previous low. So if it closes below this, probability is that ITC will keep on correcting. All right. But the vice versa, if I open one another stock, which is Hindustan Unilever looks pretty solid in the weekly time frame chart. In the daily time frame chart, it's not looking that great. It's not looking that great basically. It's just consolidating. If it gives a decent breakout, if it gives a very, very decent breakout on the upside after consolidation, because I don't feel that it will start rallying immediately. It will need to consolidate. And then if it starts rallying, you will have to time your entries from the shorter term time frame charts, maybe 1 or 2 hourly charts. And if you find a breakout, probably you'll see a decent rally coming up in Hindustan Unilever. But be very, very careful. Only and only buy on breakouts. Do not buy just because I'm saying that it is a strong stock, because ultimately even strongest sectors like metal pack, they have corrected in this particular correction. Even private banks were not that weak, but they have corrected. Why? Because due to the negative news flow, everything has come down. Okay. I think it's pretty easy to say that in the this particular pack, consumption pack basically, what you can see is it was consolidating. The reason is this is the first low, then we have a lower low, then we have the similar low, again a lower low. So as per Dow theory, it was very difficult to understand where is the trend, especially if you see this particular data point. This is the first low, then we have this particular high, then we have a lower, then we have a higher low, which is a sign of an uptrend. But what we see over here, a lower high, which is a sign of a downtrend. So it was getting skewed. Basically, the range was getting smaller and smaller. And finally, we have been able to broke the support band over here, which is the blue colored band. So there is a possibility of lower levels coming up in the consumption pack stocks. Infra pack again, I think one of the strongest sectors, especially if you check stocks like ACC, they were looking so strong when they were rallying, but you see the fierce selling pressure, especially these 1, 2, and 3 days, has been really fierce. Check Ambuja Cement, one of the strongest stocks. See the way it has seen a sell-off. So the momentum of the sell-off is very strong. It's not that the price is correcting, but the speed with which price is correcting is a little bit worrisome. So again, coming back to the infrastructure sector, it was one of the strongest sectors out there. And currently it is at a support band. I would share the coordinates with all of you. It is from 5160 to 5086 or 5085. And you can see, obviously, this is the starting point of the support band, which is a 50% retracement. And probably somewhere over here at 60% retracement, the support band will end 61.8%. If we close below this, then you will see some lower levels coming up in the infrastructure sector. Mid caps, one of the strongest and the most beautiful sectors out there. It's really bad to see the way thrashing has happened in the mid cap pack, because you see this candle. This is lethal selling. If you don't exit your buying positions, your long positions, you will face some serious losses. So as a trader, please अपने stop losses का ध्यान रखिए. जहां जहां आपके stop loss trigger हो रहे हैं, निकलते जाइए. अगर पैसा बचा हुआ रहेगा अकाउंट में तो ट्रेड कर पाओगे. अगर पैसा बचेगा ही नहीं तो अगला जब भी रैली स्टार्ट होगा तो कम से कम आप ट्रेड तो कर पाओगे. So again repeating, please respect your stop losses. And coming back to the mid cap index, you can see that there is little bit of, you can say, wicks over here, and as per the Fibonacci, we are trading at the 127.2% extension, which is a decent support. Even this particular low is a support. So closing below this band would lead to a little bit of problems in the mid cap pack. RSI is oversold, fine, but mid caps are very strong in momentum when they rise or when they fall. So again, coming back to the point, please be careful of your long positions in case if you have not exited. And again, just a repeat of the entire thing for Nifty futures. The trend is flat in the weekly time frame chart. The trend is down in the daily time frame chart. We are between a support and a resistance band. I have shared the levels in the start of the video. You can go and check. All right. And trade as less as possible. Let the correction first stop. Let the volatility first come down. All right. Let the prices start rising. Let important resistance be broken. Then probably we should come at a conclusion that, okay, now this is the time to probably start thinking the other way around, and maybe we should start going long. But before than that, please do not say, ye support se to ghumega hi. This support will hold on. Of course, we should understand one thing over here. We are not the boss over here. The market is, the price is. So let price command us and let us follow the price. All right. So I hope this video has helped you to understand how markets are going to move in the next probably a week or maybe even more. And I'll keep all of you updated with my Nifty short-term view videos also, which I share probably in the weekdays. All right. Trade well, stay safe.